get closer than ever before. It's a French football in Let's Go.
And off we go.
The best moments of every game.
To strike it, and it's a fabulous goal.
Every hero.
Oh, what a goal.
Every story.
Absolutely magical.
Get your weekly dose of French football in League and highlights on beIN Sports. Welcome to the top tier of Italian football, the Serie A, where the A is for astonishing strikes,
Simply magnificent,
advanced skills, aggressive rivalries, agonizing defeats, amazing players.
that is stunning.
In short, it's awesome. Unpack all the week's action. Serie A Full Impact on beIN Sports.
I would play against, at that time, my favorite player, Marat Safin, in US Open. So I would love to play against his best version at that time.
I would say playing Marat Safin in Australia Open final. I would like to play this match. This could be a lot of fun.
Right now, maybe I have a dream, to play the final in the Wimbledon against my sister.
Hopefully, if possible, I want to play final against other Japanese
Man,
players.
and that damage start was always there. And like game 2 and game 3, Whisper just didn't seem survivable enough by the nature of the heroes that Shopify Rebellion picked. So, like you guys said, they let the Timber through. They had good solutions for it. They picked Zeus in the first phase to ensure that no matter what happens, Timber is killable. And then they played the other aspects of the game as needed.
Yeah, it was still back and forth. I do feel like it, at some point during this third game, EG could have taken it.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. They were ahead, but I feel like this is the team fight, I believe, where everything went wrong. They got a couple buybacks there, and they couldn't actually finish killing Arteezy. And he just, like, was able to just get so much damage output. He just finished his Scotty as well, which I think was a big part of why this went well. But I also feel like EG's lineup, at some point, you're picking a Void Spirit, you're picking a Timbersaw, you're not going to have that reliable lockdown at one point in the game, and they just couldn't finish Arteezy off in the team fights. And then the longer the team fights go, the more damage the birds are doing with the Lunar Blessing. It all just added up, and they just got outlasted.
Was there anybody in particular that stood out for you, Assini?
I sometimes felt that they weren't so much on the same page. Like, Timber didn't buy back, but Void Spirit, he buys back and just jump at them and he dies back. There was also the play that Prophet, BKB, TP's out, and then Timber and Void Spirit jump, and then the Timber dies without buyback. Feels like this time the game just turned like this big overthrow game that is just running at heroes, and everyone was, maybe the emotions were too high. So I'd say Shopify set out for just having the better emotions control. It felt like this, it's not even gameplay, it's definitely emotions playing here.
Maybe a little bit fatigued. This was the 6th game that Evil Geniuses played on the main stage today, and I know, Assini, that's what you wanted for them at the start of the day. It was literally what you said. I know you would like to see it end differently, but they did have to play 6 games, Purge. That is a long day.
Yeah, the fact that every match went 2-1 made it a little bit harder, but, you know, you might say, oh, it's a bit unlucky, but hey, man, they got knocked down really fast. They lost their first series of the upper bracket, which means they had to play more matches today, so just kind of an unfortunate draw, but they were so close. They were so close, but Shopify played better.
For Rebellion, they're just looking at the player cam. This is normally a pretty stoic team. They don't have a lot of emotion. Do you see how much this win meant to them? They were really feeling it. They really wanted this win, and they were celebrating there, which is pretty rare for that team.
That's very true. Normally it's like, well, another day in the office, let's move forward. But this time, smiles all around. And I bet we're going to see some smiles as well, because we're heading over to Fly, who's standing by with Snare.
Thank you very much, Shiva, and indeed I am here with Fly, and he is definitely all smiles because he just won a very, very stressful game. Very deep into the tournament now, top 4, guaranteed. So let's talk about actually this journey, right? Coming into the tournament, this is probably one of the first times you go to a major or a big event where you're not #1 in the region, right? So did that temper your expectations of what was supposed to happen here, or did it give you like reverse motivation to do even better at the major?
I think it's a better spot to be in, actually. It's nice when people don't look at you, they probably don't think you're very good, whether it's, you know, just people at home who, like, you know, circulate on the media, or like other teams So you feel like you have less pressure on you. Like obviously we're coming also under a different name and everything, so everything's kind of new for us. New team, new everything. So yeah, we felt, you know, we were not super confident, but we didn't feel bad either. We were like in a pretty good spot coming into this.
I mean, speaking of actually new things, right? Right now, you are the team left in the tournament that has played the widest pool of heroes, right? The most diverse stuff. So it's been a lot of different heroes. However, most of it was in the group stage. Now that you've gotten to the main stage, things have sort of been funneled down, right? You have a much more clear identity. Was that also something that you did on purpose, or did it just happen? Did it also happen to be the case that you just pick one drop and you're like, wow, that felt really good?
I think it sort of just happened. We didn't have any like idea we're gonna play the most heroes. You know, people at home just laughing at, you know, oh my god, these called EG drafts, now it's probably SR drafts. It's nothing about that. It's not about the memes. Whenever we picked something, we just thought that is good for the scenario. And now that we're on the playoffs, you can see that things are, you know, they evolve in tournaments, right? Maybe in the group stage, a certain hero was really popular. Maybe, you know, Lina was really OP, and now people are trying to beat it like Liquid. So the meta is going to evolve. We're evolving as the tournament goes on. We are changing our ideas, what we think is good, and that's what you end up seeing, pretty much.
Doing stuff like Ancient Apparition, which was really intriguing to watch.
Yeah, that's true.
Something else I'm also interested about when it comes to your team right now, right? Obviously, you mentioned earlier, it's a bit of a new environment, new squad, right? Does that mean you have to reset how you play on the main stage? Because you played with the rest of your squad, right, for a very long time on the main stage. Saberlights have played with a very different team. Did it take time to try and acclimate the different energy levels everybody's used to in this environment?
I think Saber's just a really good teammate, and he definitely gels well with the team, like the atmosphere and the kind of energy that he has, if that makes sense. So it's been natural, and I think because this is the first LAN that we played together, there's still a lot for us to learn from this. We never had the goal to like, hey, we're coming here to win. It was we're coming here to improve as a team and grow for the rest of the year. So having said all that, I do think Saber's a great addition, and everything that we've been experiencing together has been very natural, and that's why we also are kind of able to bounce back from losses.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very difficult loss in game number 1, right? So talk to us about, firstly, bouncing back from that loss mentally, but also, how did you prepare for dealing with a home crowd favorite in a home crowd favorite and former organization that you were a part of?
Right.
It's like a lot, right, emotionally. So can you talk to us about how you bounced back and how you dealt with that?
Yeah, so first of all, I respect EG a lot, you know, both the team and the org. These guys knocked us to the lower bracket at TI. They're a great squad. And we knew when we were going to play this match against them that, you know, the crowd's going to be, you know, chanting for them. They're going to make noises. You know, sometimes they would whistle when they smoke. So we actually talked about a little bit about it before we entered the match. We were preparing mentally that there's going to be a lot of noise and we're going to have to stay composed. And I know that, you know, the crowd is obviously going to cheer for their home favorites, but I think also the crowd also likes us.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
Yeah.
So hopefully they cheer for us now that, you know, we have beaten the home favorites for them. But yeah, we definitely had to strategize a little bit around that.
Well, the strategy worked, it paid off, and for the second time so far in the major, you've come from a clutch victory in game number 3. You're top 4 right now, guaranteed, and we hope to see you do well tomorrow, and hopefully on the final day as well. Tal, thank you so much for your time, good sir.
Thank you.
That is Fly, of course. Shiva and the gang, please take it away after that incredible game 3 here between not Beast Coast, Evil Geniuses and Shopper Paragon.
An easy mistake to make, indeed. Thank you, Fly and Snare, for that insight. And yeah, here to close out this series, of course, Shopify Rebellion played very well, deserved the win, but I also want to close the book on Evil Geniuses because I know, Asini, you're going to be very sad to see your boys go. And I'm also here wondering who the crowd's going to back up now, because that's going to be a tough one.
I guess they go a bit for Arturito and a bit for Talon because they're the underdogs, and SA loves underdogs. It's sad to see EG go, but they did a very good tournament in my opinion. And now Shopify, they belong to the best region in the world, NA, and they will represent it super well. Yeah. I need to change the, you know?
There's not just the audience need to change bias.
And he's my new best friend now.
Yeah. Alright, how about you, Fear?
I mean, I think EG had a great tournament. Everyone would love to see them go a little bit further. You know, the crowd is amazing, but hopefully they keep the same energy into the next series. But, like, they played pretty well. I think this is one of their better tournaments as far as, like, seeing them gel together. I think they're gaining a lot of experience for this, and I think the big thing for them was, like, they finally got to play in front of, like, the home crowd. They're a little shaky at first, like, being like, we got a lot of people here. There may be little nerves there, but they gelled eventually, and, like, they started to play really well under the crowd.
Yeah, I think it was very disappointing in their first series, certainly. But hopefully that was like a nice like nerve moment where they're like, okay, we choked really bad, and now that's gone. And then they had like so many successes afterwards. And today they played like 6 really fun games to watch. So I'm just glad they didn't like go out on a really sour note. It was tough. They're going to be sad that they lost, but they still got very far. I feel like they accomplished a lot of what they wanted. They should still be happy how they did.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say as well. They played 6 like very mentally exhausting games too as well. So to be able to take Rebellion to Game 3 and have it be that competitive and close, just shout out to them for that.
Absolutely. We can take a look at what that does to our bracket because, yes, Evil Geniuses did not go further than top 6, but they are top 6. So no new record set yet for South America. We'll have to wait for next major for potentially that happening. This is what happened today. We saw Evil Geniuses beat Aster. They're out. And then we had Team Spirit taking an exit as well as Talon beat them. And then we just, of course, saw Shopify Rebellion knock out Evil Geniuses. Okay, everybody on the left side lost. Very sad for them. Very sad for them indeed. And as you can see, all 3 series today went the full distance. We've had a lot of nice games coming out here on the main stage. A lot of close games, I feel, as well.
I mean, yesterday was a 6-0 day, right? So, like, I think it's starting to get a lot more competitive now.
It really, really is. We only have 5 teams left remaining, and luck would have it, all 5 are playing tomorrow. We love that. Here we go. We got to start off with Entity versus Talon, and then the winner of that will play Shopify Rebellion tomorrow as well, but that won't happen until after our upper bracket finals. Gaming Gladiators versus Liquid. Now, I do have the unfortunate news to breach, in case people have not seen it yet, that unfortunately Liquid's position 4 had to go home due to a medical emergency, and he'll be missing, and it will be their analyst / coach Jabs that will be standing in for them, which is of course incredibly sad. We always Boxy best of luck and all the strength he needs. It's just a bit heartbreaking, that one.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. Maybe they could still win. It's a possibility. At least it's somebody that's inside the team. I don't know Jabs' total skill level. It's not going to match Boxy's. That's clear. Boxy's been really glowing up the last year or two. But at least he's inside the team. He's been inside the team for a very long time. If anyone's going to fit into their strategies, knowing how they want to play, it definitely could be him.
Maybe. I mean, it really does suck because like this isn't like standing in for a DPC. This is top 3 of a major. It's like good luck, buddy. Like you didn't sign up for this, but this is a position you're in. But who knows if he can make this work? I think there's a lot of pressure on him, and I hope he can perform. But if he doesn't, wouldn't blame the guy.
Yeah, absolutely. I would imagine that you're not playing Dota while you're at a major analyzing for your team. So he definitely has big shoes to fill. But the team seems very supportive. Obviously, health comes first. Always does, everywhere. So happy that Team Liquid gives Boxy the space for that as well. Yeah. But that is our schedule for tomorrow. Shopify Rebellion there indeed up against to be decided, because that's the winner of Entity versus Talon that will have to play twice. So we'll be in the same shoes as EG was today. A lot of Dota was played today, and it was fantastic. And we definitely, as Fear just mentioned, we have seen the level up between yesterday and today in terms of quality and close games was insane. I can only hope that tomorrow is going to have the same effect. We can only hope that. So thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. Estini, Fair Purge, thank you for joining me on the panel today. And from all of us here at the Lima Major, thank you. And of course, we would love to welcome you back because tomorrow is another day of the Lima Major.
opportunity in the second half. All the way along the carpet from Jason Hoffman. He has scored a brace and a goal against Wellington Phoenix, Jason Hoffman. First game of the 2009-10 season, a 3-2 win for Newcastle over the Phoenix in the Hunter Valley. 2 goals for Jason Hoffman that day.
Oh, what a servant of the A-League the Hoff has been. Melbourne City and Newcastle Jets.
Another free kick coming the way of Wellington. Brandon O'Neill not necessarily in full agreement with Sean Evans on that one. Wellington underway quickly again.
The Phoenix can't slow the ball down here. They can expect Newcastle to press. In the first half in particular, they're quite lethargic moving that ball around, and they did play into pockets that did have a number of players from Newcastle. We saw them profit, though, when they moved that ball quickly and bravely along the back line, getting either out or in front of the press.
Wellington's approach will be very interesting to watch at 2-0 up. There are a couple of ways you can go. You can sit on what is a reasonably comfortable buffer, or you can try and increase it. Oscar Zavada onside for the meantime. Flag up now from Mark Rule on this near side, so Oscar Zavada heads straight offside, as it turns out.
Zava's been offside a number of times today, but you can see what he's trying to do, exploit the space, peeling off the centre-back to get behind the other. The Phoenix are mindful of those runs, they're looking to find him. But Lucas Miley's going to be looking for his team to make a statement about mentality. They're 2-0 up, they've got this buffer. We've seen them be tentative in the past. He won't want that today.
Fergate. Once again, Wellington just letting Newcastle have it as they approach halfway and then putting the press on. Fergate again looking to get something going for the Jets. Ingham. Tried to find Fergate but cut out, and in comes Yerman. Wins it back. Saito. Sass having to defend. Still a good position for Newcastle. Hoffman. O'Neill. Fergate lets it run behind you. Soterio with the shot. Given away by Jenkins, and he's now going to have to sprint back because David Ball is herring off down the left. Kraev takes over. Daningham is back with him, stride for stride.
Battle of the Giants down Newcastle's left-hand side.
Forward by Rufer, and Jenkins unable to mop up at the back. Newcastle looking to pass out past the press, and I've done it pretty well. Grosos has it for Hardia. Cycling in the area, he find him, he can! And he puts it away on his starting debut. And Newcastle are back in the contest, courtesy of their Japanese acquisition, Manabu Saito. Ollie Sale looked like he might have been able to smother it, but Saito had other ideas. And all of a sudden, the complexion of this match changes.
Newcastle Jets have exploded into the second half. This all comes from Angus Thurgate. He gets the ball round into Grozos, and then it's a case of the Newcastle Jets exploiting the space and the lack of numbers for the Wellington Phoenix. Space in behind. Trent Baja looks up. No Saito's going to be charging into that back post. Finds them with the plum. 2-1. Hope for the Newcastle Jets.
Hope indeed. More than. Newcastle know that they can score goals against Wellington. We know how often they've done that in recent matches. 13 in the last 4 games against Wellington for Newcastle, so they continue that good goal scoring record. Early in the second half too, which gives them a massive boost. Plenty of time remaining. Again, Wellington fans start to wonder about the loss of points from winning positions. Are they going to be in that position again? Here's Jan Sass. Clever pass from Moragas.
Great work from Soterio. Got the important touch and then a lovely second to find a teammate.
It's back on Wellington's side though now. Moragas. Hoffman missed his header. Sass will jog across and regather. Rufer. Moragas on the far side. Back across goal. Jack Duncan secure with that one.
Well, there's 4 making the charge forward here from Newcastle. Looking to repeat.
Across the 6-yard area it goes. Well, Arthur Pappas will be delighted with the way Newcastle have come out of the second half. Stunned by that penalty at the end of the first half. And it's compelled a substitution for Wellington. Costa Barbarouses is going to make his entrance. Haven't seen Costa for a little while after a hamstring injury. David Ball gets a seat on the bench, and Costa Barbarouses is going to have 40 minutes or so out there.
I don't think David Ball's too happy about coming off. I'm not sure it's just at the decision, but it might be the way in which the Wellington Phoenix started the second half. Concession of that goal in particular.
So a spring in the step, no doubt, of the Newcastle Jets, courtesy of Manabu Saito. A first day league goal for the Japanese striker, and it could not have come at a better time for his new side. He'll come again now through Hoffman. Saito again, this time looking to turn provider perhaps. Hoffman's continued his run. Sass has matched him. They can't get it away though, and Newcastle will have another opportunity. Clever. Josh Soterio looks to curl one. Didn't quite get the angles right, Josh Soterio, but the intent is there for all to see from the visitors.
So it's very much a shot when he came across. Again. David Ball making way for Costa Barbarouses. Frustration, I think, was very much from the circumstance, not the decision to come off. Expecting Costa to get around about 30 minutes today. He's going to end up getting a little bit more. First game back from that hamstring injury that's kept him out.
A-League game number 288 today for Costa Barbarouses. Draws them level with Greenfield. Iconic names in the A-League men's match. Simon Nugent, Galekovic and Tarek Elrich have all played 288. Costa Barbarouses joins them in that club of 4 on that appearance number. Grozos. Good run by Costa Grozos. They take a flick off Callum Elliott. It didn't, and there was no foul either. Wry smile from Elliott. Grossos pleads his case. Goal kick is the result.
Feel the earth shake.
Well, Grossos can't understand it. He's knocked the ball beyond Callum Elliott, looking to run round him, and Callum Elliott has simply stepped across and chopped him down. It did look rather clear-cut, but no whistle forthcoming.
Strong here from Marupa over the top of they're back inside Newcastle and back into it with some style. Bahagia Morton with a vital intervention because Saito was lurking again and that ball had gone past.
Well, this time it's Ontario, jumps off the line, gets into that pocket in front of the Phoenix back four, and once he gets his head on a swivel, he's looking for that ball in between centre back and full back. So dangerous for Newcastle Jets.
Short corner this time. Grossos. Thurgate shapes the cross, does cross. Jason Hoffman heads it back onto the roof of the net. Ollie Sale wasn't sure. A looping header from Jason Hoffman.
That became a dangerous situation. No one at the back post. I think Hoffman is looking to get the ball back across goal. You can see his Newcastle teammate standing there. Skids off their head and starts heading towards Ollie Sale's crossbar.
They appealed for a corner, did Newcastle. I don't think Ollie Sale did get a touch on that. It's found its way to Yukakovic. Oscar Zavada is down again for Wellington. Soterio. Numbers forward for Newcastle. Saito again. Goodness me, he almost got a place. He has won a corner though. And Newcastle, what a first 15 minutes or so in this second half.
Well, Saito can't quite believe it, neither can I. He's bearing down on goal. Ollie Sale heading across. He's got that near post to aim at, but it's an important intervention from Callum Elliott.
So another corner for Newcastle. It's going to find its way across to Bahagia from the Hoffman header. O'Neill. Jenkinson.
My faithful joy.
Grossos' cross. It's going to drift past everybody, and Jan Sass should be able to let that one roll over the line for a throw. Chance to catch the breath for the Wellington Phoenix.
Momentum very much with the Newcastle Jets here. We head towards the 60-minute mark. The Phoenix looking to contain and consolidate, but really not being able to keep the Jets at arm's length at the moment.
Zavada back on his feet, wins possession for Wellington. Moragas. Can he hurt his parent club? Drives deep into enemy territory. Cross towards the far post, headed away by Yerman. Barbarousis is there. Elliott, they're calling for it at the far post. Rufa. Kraev, clever, gets away from Ingham. Goes to deck and it's all ball, says Sean Evans. I'm happy with it. Here come the Jets again. We're end to end. Bahagia tries to stand up Tim Payne. It's there on the edge for Grossos. Costa Grossos, saved by Sale.
Big save from Ollie Sale. Finishes floundering. He comes up with a quick left hand.
Costa Grossos had a good side of goal there. There's the foul on what Wellington Phoenix thought was a foul on Kraev.
We have certainly seen those given, but the Newcastle Jets don't wait for you. You're down the other end in a flash. Costa Grossos gets out onto his left foot, trying to find the corner of Ollie Sal's net. Well read by the Wellington Phoenix custodian.
Just the one goal so far this season for Costa Grozos. He thought he had a second there. Sass somehow manages to retain possession of the football. He might not now though. Take it off him. Wellington are preparing another sub. It's Josh Laws, I think, is going to be introduced.
This could be for Scott Wooden. They definitely need some energy in that back line at the moment. It's languishing at times under the pace and pressure from Newcastle.
Tries to free up Barbarousas. Fairgate. Yeoman. Newcastle will absolutely believe they've got what it takes to get something out of this and not all 3 points. Crimes foul on the edge of his own penalty area. A chance for the sub to come.
It's Jan Sass making his way towards the sideline. Actually thought he'd be taken off and Costa Barbarousas was coming on. Josh Laws is going to be introduced, so we might see a back three.
Yeah, Josh Laws absolutely a centre-back in Ufortale's regular formation. Keep an eye on what they do in and out of possession with Josh Laws now into the game. Looks like they have gone to a back 3 or back 5 out of possession. Laws to the left of Scott Wootton, Tim Payne on the other side. Moragas and Elliott, the fullbacks. That one's fallen the way of Barbarousas. Zavada is off on a run. Callum Elliott is the furthest forward. Jenkinson all the way.
Time to shove off.
And shoulder to shoulder. Carl Jenkinson, really good from him, but he's given it back to Rufer. That was like a foul. Oh, Alex Rufer. He's going all South American on us. Unfortunately, gives the ball away.
My faithful choice.
This will be about who blinks first defensively now. It's about discipline, making sure you make those recovery runs. Don't allow the opponent space. There's been explosive from Rico from the Newcastle Jets. Definitely one of our defenders as well.
And they come again. It's the heel of Joshua Soterio just to the lead. He might be in position to send one goal. Busting run down the left. Ingham with him all the way. And it is a foul by Lucas Moragas on Dane Ingham.
This is one of the calls that the Wellington Phoenix didn't receive from Sean Evans. Ingham gets his body across and then draws the foul. Arthur Pappas is starting to play every pass, every touch now. So animated down on the sideline. It's almost artistic, Jason. He's painting with the team.
Yeah, one of the very best going around, Arthur Pappas. Here's Bahagia. Grozos, he might line up another shot. Instead he slides it forward and it's cut out by Wootton. Zavada can't control it. It'll come back from Ingham. Thurgate can't control. Saito. Angus Thurgate.
Here's the gamble. Arthur Pappas is allowing his back to against Oscar Zavada. He's committing his fullbacks, his midfield forward. At times, Newcastle are sitting with a front four almost. Kostas Grozos is dropping from that high line to get into the pockets. It is bearing fruit at the moment, but a sucker punch could come. And that man in so much form, Oscar Zavada, could provide it.
Saito has been very good on his first start for Newcastle. Here's Hoffman, who's become more energetic in the second half. Bahagia isn't going to haul that one in, and Moraga should be able to clear it. Josh Laws with his first involvement. Ball given away. Thurgate. Soterio. Bit of penalty area pinball. Hoffman. Saito. Good cross in. And up and over his own crossbar from Moragas. It's a
Moragas gets the touch and puts this up onto the Newcastle player. I'm not sure even if they're seeing it that way. This is what Newcastle Jets love doing, particularly against the Phoenix, camping around that 18-yard box. They have scored so many goals in the last 4 fixtures against Wellington. 8. With a number of those coming at 60 minutes or beyond.
They will hope ever more. Grozos takes. Headed goalwards again by Hoffman, but no power. Ollie Sell comes to the edge of his penalty area and hurls one forward for Barbarouses to chase. Dane Ingham gets there ahead of his All Whites teammate and gets a shove in the back.
Well, his dad, former Auckland Aces coach, Tony Sell, would probably like the line, but not the length of that one. Just a bit beyond Costa Barbarouses.
Does show that they're still intent there for Wellington to try and score a third, which would again change the complexion of the match. We are into the final quarter of this one. Sergei. Pretty crucial for him there as he was getting goalwards once again.
Salvation Road.
You can just feel how important this all is, how precious a lead is, how precious another goal would be for Wellington, but how crucial it might be for Newcastle.
Wellington at the moment with the 3 points. They can look up and kick down at Newcastle if they deny them anything further here.
Kraev, good perseverance. Wozniak Kraev. Jackson well positioned.
I think Costa would have liked that a little bit earlier with more angle to work with. Did get squeezed defensively by Hoffman there. Ended up shooting straight at Duncan.
And behind by his former teammate Steven Ugarkovic for another Newcastle Jets corner.
Well, as play developed there, there was only one man for the Wellington Phoenix outside the 18-yard box. They are going deeper and deeper. They're being forced back and back by Newcastle.
Brandon O'Neill. He thought about a shot, but then thought better of it. Ingham. The cross is good. Thurgate brings it down. Back across the 6-yard area. Saito.
Step lively. Your angle is on board.
They're banging on the door. Can they kick it down? The Wellington Phoenix switch off. Thurgate drops off Ugarkovic. It falls to Saito. And he puts it on his own deck. He's wearing the meltdown Saito. Newcastle looking for that knockout punch. They've got their opponent reeling.
So who likes the look of this? Costa Grozos does. He pushes Ugarkovic away.
We've seen Clayton Lewis score a goal from around about this distance for the Wellington Phoenix earlier in the season. It's a nice distance. They're not trying to be forced to get the ball up and down underneath the crossbar. Can hit it with power.
It is going to be Grozos by the looks of it. Brandon O'Neill has left him to it. Up and over the wall into Ollie Sale's right. The most obvious. Here's Grozos. Dug by Sale.
I'm not sure Ollie Sale wanted to get his left hand up or get contact with the ball there, but he didn't know it was dropping below the crossbar. Gets a good side of it. Two centre from Grozos there. Can't take the risk. That hits the crossbar, can go anywhere.
A seventh corner for Newcastle. That one didn't work out as quick as Callum Elliott gets in the way. The Newcastle Jets substitutes in the pink bibs watch on, waiting for their opportunity to get involved. No subs as yet for the Jets.
This is telling the story of the match. We've seen there Newcastle have more than double the entries into the 18-yard box that Wellington Phoenix have, and going close to double the crosses as well. There's a gravitational pull towards Ollie Sale's goal at the moment.
Wellington would love a bit of territory and just to ease the pressure on them, even if it's only momentarily. The momentum of this game is well and truly with the Newcastle Jets. And Costa Barbarouses is offside. He doesn't know. He thinks he scored. He hasn't.
It was close but clear. And he was right in front of assistant Mark Rule. The flag went up straight away. Yellow Fever asking for VAR. And that's the initial ball forward from Witten. And you can see there Zavada gets the touch. Barbarouses is the wrong side of Hoffman. But that, as we said, is the gamble that Newcastle are making at the moment. Leaving that space in behind. Barbarouses and Zavada look dangerous.
Yeah, eagle-eyed from Mark Rule and bang on. Saito. This has found his way to Bahaja. His shot wasn't what he was hoping for. Still there for the Jets though. Man goes down in the penalty area. Referee Sean Evans not interested.
Let's see Ugarkovic. He needs to get on the ball. Move the ball side to side.
Man down for the Jets. This is not what Arthur Pappas wants to see. Jason Hoffman believes that something untoward happened to his teammate.
He's clutching the lower leg. That is dangerous, as we see here. As Tim Payne comes together with him. Well, Trent Bahaja goes down under Costa Barbarouses' challenge. And we'll restart with a free kick. Great lead from Tim Payne, good win. And I'm not sure, presuming there might be some sort of contact here, but that's a tangle of legs, there's nothing in that.
Good to see Manabu Saito back on his weekend in the penalty area. Another set-piece situation for Costa Grozos to address. Short one this time. Brandon O'Neill. into the area, and it's just gone wide. That would have been an own goal. Or has it come off Soterio? For certain it had a yellow shirted player, but the replay will tell us.
It goes through a forest of legs. It looks like it's a hit Josh Laws and then Jason Hoffman, I can only presume. Can't tell definitively from that particular angle.
Those are the kind of shots that can go anywhere. Olisal stranded by the change of direction of the football and just the wrong side of the post, and Brandon O'Neill's day is done. Great to see him back in the starting lineup. And Becca Dutsmelia is into the action already, a goal scorer against Wellington this season in spectacular fashion. Is he the man to provide the equaliser here?
Well, I was wondering when we were going to see him in need of a goal. Here he comes against the Wellington Phoenix. Wonderful strike. So the defenders are sitting deep, he can replicate that. There's every chance. Newcastle steal something here.
Yeah, it remains Dutsmelia's only goal of the season, but as you say, Chuck, it was an absolute cracker. Wellington with a rare period of possession in recent times. Rufa looks up, sees Moragas, but goes the other way towards Barbarouses. So Wellington just getting a bit of confidence through some possession. They pass around the Newcastle Jets press for the meantime. Laws now looking for the run of Zavada. He looked very well advanced, doesn't matter. Jack Duncan's out very smartly.